Carpe Jesus when hunting down in Bosque County, Texas with my buddy Ben. We arrived a little after 8 o'clock, got down to our spot where we're going to watch the fields. Ben leans over the fence looking to the next field, and their hogs are already here. Unfortunately, we can't shoot at the hogs in this direction. We actually need to be where the hogs are, shooting back towards us to be shooting in a safe direction. Here's a view from Ben's rifle. I've sped things up quite a bit. The hogs circle around us, moving into the tree line that's off to the left from this view. We circle out into the field to try to come in behind the last couple hogs. And at this point on my rifle, I'm scanning the tree line looking for the hogs that have gone into the woods. There's one that I'm watching. The hog that Ben is looking at is the hog that we want Ben to shoot. I want to shoot the one that's in the tree line, but that's just not going to work out as my hog's going to disappear. So at this point, we're waiting for Ben's hog to move a little further closer to the trees for it to be in a safe direction to shoot. At this point, I'm watching his hog as well. The hog moves in a safe direction. And here we go.
3, 2, 1.
Hog goes down. We hear hogs running in the woods next to us. Ben scans over looking for them and doesn't see any. Here's the view from my rifle. That's the next to last hog going into the woods. And I continue to look for it, see if it's going to pop back out again. It doesn't, so I'm watching Ben's hog now. Another check, still isn't there. Ben's hog moves.
3, 2, 1.
And we drop it right there. I hear the hogs running, scan for them, can't see them anywhere, and they're gone. The trailing hog that we shot turned out to be a nice big boar. The 2 shots to the shoulder were here and here, and he had a really nice set of cutters that when we put the tape on them came out to be about 3 inches long. Ben spotted this next hog moving in the opposite direction from us, and we did a spot and sprint. We would spot the hog, sprint up about 50 or 60 yards, stop, try to find it again where it had gone in and out of the woods as it's making its way away from us. We would spot it, and then we would sprint again to try to get ahead of it. We finally did, and that's where I shot it. Now here's the view from my rifle. I do the countdown. I shoot, and Ben doesn't shoot because he has a malfunction. He clears the malfunction here, and he was ready to go for the next hunt. The hog turned out to be a nice little boar covered in very fresh mud. It had a really interesting feature. Behind the right ear was a hole that was a previous gunshot wound that Ben said smelled absolutely terrible. And it had with it on the opposite side a corresponding scar where the bullet entered behind the left ear. Now this reminded me of a previous hog that I shot several years ago that had an exit wound that was partially healed and damage to its right ear as well. Once again, another gunshot wound. Well, we went to go take pictures with the first big boar that we had shot, and we were down getting close to it when I noticed this hog in the distance. So we had to move out into the field so that we could get in a position to be shooting back towards the trees. This is a view from Ben's rifle. And at this point, we're just waiting for the hog to move into a proper position. There's the hog that we were going to get our pictures with. All right, here we go.
Yeah. 2, 1.
And the hog goes right down. Here's the view from my rifle.
Yeah. 2, 1.
It's turned out to be a nice 210-pound boar, and the shots entered here and here. So we were finishing up pictures with that hog when Ben scans over to the telephone pole where we shot hogs a couple weeks ago. Instead, there are more hogs over by the telephone pole. So we circled around back out into the field to come around so that we could be coming in, facing the trees once again. We've moved into position at this point. We're getting our hogs selected.
Right. Okay. You got a big one. Yep. 50 off? Yep.
And here we go.
2, 1.
And Ben's gun has malfunctioned after that second round, and he is out of the hunt at this moment. Here's the view from my rifle.
Yeah. I have one on the right. Okay. You got a big one. Yep. 50 off? Yep. 3, 2, 1.
At this point we hear hogs running right by us. I pivot around to the other side. Spy the hogs running away from us. Right there. That one goes down. And I missed his buddy. This was the first boar I shot. This is Ben's sow. And this is the hog that ran behind us, another little boar.
Optics provided by Third Coast Thermal.
So what was wrong with Ben's gun? As it turns out, he had a stuck ejector. He would fire the gun, it would cycle, but the spent case would not be forced out of the chamber by the ejector. That is because it was stuck in a down position, flush with the bolt face, as you can see here. He took everything apart, cleaned it real well, replaced the spring, reassembled it, and everything moves freely, and he should be good to go for the next hunt. Carpe sus, my friends.